I'm 1 week out from my first Ironman, and I'm going to bring you along for a couple days. But before I do bring you along, I am getting a lot of stuff to finalize my actual race day attire and everything that I need. So I have one of them here. I'm going to set you down so you can see it. I got a new disc wheel. So I was really excited about this. I wasn't sure if I was going to get it in time. I ended up closing the deal on Marketplace. I don't know if it was a good deal or not, but I got a new back disc wheel. I got a new front wheel as well. It's back at home, so I don't currently have it on me. And then I also bought tires to go on here. I might be going latex because I've heard that latex tubes are a lot faster, so I might be going with those. I haven't bought those yet, so it might be a last second purchase. But I've always wanted a back wheel that goes like brrr, where it makes like that cool noise. And I know it doesn't have any effect on your riding. I don't know if it's the cassette or if it's like this thing here, but I finally got one that goes brrr. But I'm gonna bring you along. I got my shoes, my race day shoes. So I got the Saucony Endorphin Pro 4s, I believe. And I have wide feet, so I went there, tested out quite a few different shoes, and for me, those are what fit and worked well. So I don't know if you have wide feet, that might be a possible solution. I tried out the Elites, I think the Sauconys have, and then I also tried out the Vaporflies, and then I tried out one other pair, I believe. I tried out the New Balances as well, and for me, I thought the Saucony Endorphin Pro 4s fit the best. So that's what I'm going to be running on race day. I got my disc wheel, and then I got my front wheel as well. I got my tires, but I'm going to bring you along for a couple days now and show you what's going on here. So before I do get into everything, this is somewhat of my start to the taper. I got this week and then next week. Next week's like the true taper. This is more of like my recovery rest weeks that I would have sprinkled throughout my training. I got 17 hours in the books for this week, and basically all that shrunk back was my long run. My long run I did yesterday, I got an hour and 10 in, and then my long ride on the weekend. I'm so happy because I've been riding for 6 hours on the weekend, and those days they just take up the whole day riding. So it's only 3 hours this weekend, which is nice. And that's basically where the missing time comes from, is just shortening up the long ride and run. And everything else does seem to be pretty much the exact same. I think I have one less strength session this week as well. But I already got my strength session in this morning, just 30 minutes. And then I also went to the 50-meter pool, and it's an outdoor pool, and my first time going there. And what I realized doing it and going there is I didn't realize how much faster a smaller pool makes you, because you're constantly flipping and pushing off the wall. I didn't realize how much that actually impacted your speed and pace, and it kind of makes sense because whenever I'm doing open water swims, I'm finding that my pace is slowing down a lot. So now that I went in the 50-meter pool, and I just kind of assumed for the open water, I thought it was just that there's current in there, and I got to pace as well. I got to like look my head up, and I got to spot and everything. So that's kind of what I attributed it to. And also I was doing more of an aerobic effort. But then when I went into the 50-meter pool today, I realized that it's not that, because I'm doing the exact same swimming that I would do in a 25-meter pool, but all of a sudden my pace kind of slowed down maybe I'd say about 2 to 4 seconds per 100 meters. So I never really realized how much the flip turns and pushing off the wall really impacted your overall pace. So I did that this morning. I think I got about 4,700 meters in, so 4.7K, 90 minutes in the pool. What we got on the agenda for the rest of the day is a 80-minute bike ride, just an easy ride. So that's pretty much what's going on today, and I'll just bring you along and show you what's going on for this last week prepping for my first Ironman. All right, last workout on the day, we got our 80-minute bike ride. It's just an easy ride, how they typically work. First 10 minutes is a spin up, which is basically strides, if you know what strides are in running, but it's for biking. So spin up 30 seconds where you just slowly spin more and faster. So do that for the first 10 minutes. I think there's usually about 3 or 4 of those 3 to 5 sets. And then the rest is just easy. I got about a 23-ish mile route. I might have to just go up and down a road because I might need about 25-ish miles. I just did this route the other day and it was on threshold efforts. And I finished at about an hour 10. So I'm not sure. I might have to go up and down. If not, that's fine. There's just a lot of climbing in this one. Right at the start, basically, is all it is. It's like straight uphill and then you turn and then straight uphill again. So we're going to be heading out on this 80-minute easy ride, and that's it for today. Alright, just wrapped up my ride here, nothing too crazy, 80 minutes. I was looking at it before and I was pretty sure that the workout had something to do with cadence work, and I wasn't too sure exactly what it was, and it ended up having a few segments at the start and I didn't really know what to do, but I saw the one, it was at 90 cadence, so I did 90 cadence the best I could. It was like straight uphill. And I don't know if there was a specific power output I was supposed to have on it or if it was just go at 90 cadence. And then it had a few other segments after it, but didn't say anything about a cadence. But just got about 25.5 miles in here. Averaged about 19 miles per hour, which isn't anything too crazy. But I think it's just an easy ride, so nothing to worry about there. And about 1,000 feet of elevation gain. So it's not too bad for that condition. And gonna be having my smoothie here. I feel like that's the best thing to have after my workouts. I love having it. I don't know if it's actual fact that it's just really good, but I think just all the fast acting carbs and sugars just to get in your system, replenish your body, refuel. I feel like it's just a really good thing to have post-workout, and this is something that I have after every single workout. So gonna be making that. That's it on the day today. Just a strength session, 90-minute swim, and an 80-minute bike ride. And we'll bring you along for tomorrow as well, where we got a speed swim, and then we got a shorter bike, and then I think an off the bike run. So that's today, wrapped up. Gonna have this smoothie and finish out the day. Good morning, we got day 2 here. We're starting out with a swim. Not really sure how it's gonna go because it's a building 100 workout and there's a lot of 25 meter, 75 meter split segments in it, and I'm at the 50 meter pool again. I'm just gonna try and wing it, and maybe I'll go like halfway through, and it's also not on my watch, so I also got to guess and remember what actually it is. So I'm just gonna warm up, and then it had other segments where it's like build 25, build 50, build, I can't remember, but what I think it was 5 by 100 as 25 or 75 easy, 25 hard, 50 easy, 50 hard, 75 hard, 25 easy, 100 hard, 100 easy, and then repeat that 5 times. So I'm just going to do my best to guess and try and find where the 25 meter point is in the pool maybe, and just see how it goes. And I'm also guessing on my watch as well. So we're going to see how this goes. And typically how this is a lot of how the structure in my workouts and my days are. It has one workout where it's a hard workout, and if it's not a hard workout, it's a long workout. And today's the hard workout is the swim, and then I got an easy run and bike. So a lot of the other days, so like Wednesday would be an easy swim with a long run. Thursday, what was yesterday? The hard part, I think the hard part would just be like the strength set. Oh no, it was a long swim. So, and then Saturday is usually the long ride. Sunday is usually a hard run. So that's usually how the structure is set up. Today, the hard part is the swim. So we're going to get through this, and it's going to be a giant guessing game because I don't have the workout on my watch, and I'm just going to be guessing how everything goes. So we're going to head on into the 50 meter pool again. Got the sun right on me, but that actually went a lot better than I anticipated. I believe there was some builds in the beginning that I ended up skipping just because it was like 25 build and then 50 build, 75 build. So I just went straight into it after my warm up, and I did the best I could. And I honestly thought it went pretty good. It would be really good if there was like a line that showed exactly at 25 meters so I could know when to actually go, but there's a opening, so I just used the opening as the halfway point, and then I just went. It was pretty busy, which sucked, but the guys in my lane, they just kind of moved out of my way whenever I was coming, and they just always let me pass. So honestly, I thought it actually went pretty decently, especially not having the workout built on my watch. So I just kind of, it was fairly straightforward. You just do the same 5 things, 5 rounds. So I thought it went good. Got that done. Decent pace. I think today was actually a bit faster than yesterday, and I think it's like the easy efforts, and I feel like it's maybe because my arms are going because I got the harder efforts here, so maybe they're just a little bit more warmed up, and that's why I was able to hit faster efforts. So that's kind of how that went, but that's it for this morning, and then we're gonna have breakfast, and then later in the day we got a bike run, and then that's it for today. All right, just a little bit after lunch here, gonna be heading out on our bike ride, and then we got an easy run. The bike, nothing to it. We got 70 minutes, easy ride. Gonna do the same route as yesterday, and might be a couple minutes over, but nothing too crazy. So we're gonna do that, and then off the bike, we got, I think it's a 40-minute run. I'm just gonna do an out and back, get some hills in, and I think I'm gonna throw in some strides right off the start, maybe 3 or 4, depending on how I'm feeling. As long as there's no knee issues or anything like that, we'll just throw in a couple there. But yeah, nothing to it. We're also gonna be bringing out, I got a water bottle with some maltodextrin and fructose in it. I got 30 grams of maltodextrin and 24 grams of fructose. I think it's about 50 grams of carbs. Nothing too crazy. Just because I'm going to be working for about 2 hours, I don't think I need it, but it might be just beneficial to have. And I'll just consume this on the bike ride, and I'm not going to have anything on the run. They're both easy efforts, so it's nothing too crazy. So I'm going to be heading out right now, doing those routes, and that's going to be it on the day. All right, just wrapped up my run, my bike, everything's done on the day. This is the finish to basically my first somewhat of a work into the taper week. I still got my long ride tomorrow, which isn't as long as usual. It's only 3 hours, which is nice. And then I got 20 minutes off the bike, hour swim, and then I think I have usually a run workout. I'm not sure how long it is, if it's shortened up a bit. And then next week is a nice taper week, and then we got our Ironman. But our ride today, nothing too crazy. It was just an easy ride. I think I was supposed to be at 90 cadence, and I can't tell. That's fogging up, probably because I'm holding it. I'm just gonna be a little bit low. Okay, I guess I can't hold it. So yeah, we'll zoom it in a little bit. See how that works. Yeah, so the bike ride, I think it was supposed to be at 90 cadence. I didn't really pay too much attention to it. I think I was between 80 and 90 for majority of it, but I just wasn't really paying attention to that. Finished just over, like I said, and then the 2 main climbs on it, basically just one climb broken up into, like, you get like a 2-second rest. I basically attacked the crap out of that. I was just like, I'm just gonna give it on this. So I just stood up and went the whole time. So it was a little bit harder of an effort for an easy ride.
But got that done, did the run off the bike, and I just love the terrain here. I'm assuming it's extremely similar to what I'm gonna see in Lake Placid with a whole bunch of hills. I don't know exactly how much elevation gain I just got on that run, but I think it's maybe about 200 to 400 feet of elevation over about just under 6 miles, which is good. So it's really good practice to just get these hills in now. And I mean, these easy runs, they're pretty easy, and I'm going at a decent pace. I've seen a lot of good progress there, which I'm happy about. And then I did a few strides at the beginning of it. I did 4 strides, nothing too crazy. The rest was just easy. My heart rate was a little elevated, but oh man, I'm sweating like a mother. So my heart rate was pretty elevated. I'm assuming because it's so hot out, and it just elevated my heart rate. Even on the bike ride, it's rare that I'm too high for my heart rate on the bike rides. My heart rate just doesn't get elevated. So a mix of me trying too hard on the easy ride and the weather being really hot and sunny made my heart rate just really elevated. And same with the hills, I'm assuming, with the run, because I think I was hovering between 140 and 150, but I did see myself around 120 at the same time, but those were on the descents down. So pretty much all set here for my Ironman. I got to get my bike tuned up this week, leaving it to the last minute. The only thing I need are extensions on the tubes, and I might get latex tubes. I heard that's faster, so I might get that. I got titers coming in. I think it's GT 5000, something like that. That's what I heard are really good. So I got those in, and then I'm just basically gonna get my bike tuned up. I got everything else. I got my helmet, I got my shoes, I got my tri-suit, I got pretty much everything else all set and ready. So really looking forward to it. And last update, I did make a video on this. I used the Sumarpu suit again, and it was just causing a lot of irritation on my neck, so I'm probably not going to be using that, even though it did give me faster results than the Roka. But the Roka it doesn't irritate my neck, and I don't want to have that issue on the actual Ironman day. So that's probably what I'm going to be running with. So that's pretty much a couple days, a week out from my Ironman. Pumped, put basically my best foot forward during this training. I had one cheat day in like the past maybe 4-ish months, and I remember my cousin telling me that I can't do it, that I should be lenient with it, and I'm like, watch me. So I'm out here doing the best I can. I think I only missed maybe, I think 3 runs and 1 strength session, because the runs was the injury from my last video where I was listening to my body, so I took that off. And then the strength session was because I was having some more injury problems, but it wasn't anything serious, so I'm like, I'm just gonna give it a little bit extra time to rest. So other than that, I did everything I could on the workouts. I did every single workout. I followed the plan to a T. My diet was on point. I prioritized sleep and recovery the best I could. I did a lot of ice baths after long runs, long rides. So the work's been put in. We're a week out. Hopefully we can do really good. Our initial goal of trying to qualify for Kona, not sure if it's going to happen judging by our times and efforts in training, but all we can really focus on is what we can control, and what I can control is putting my best foot forward. So I want to be able to know that I went out there, I put my best foot forward, I gave it all, and I don't really want to cross that finish line like I could have gave more on the bike, or I could have gave more on the swim, or I could have gave more, maybe the swim. Swim I don't really care about as much, but like the swim or the bike and the run, I just want to be able to say I gave it my all there, and I did everything I could. I couldn't control how the other people in my age group finish, so basically from here, doing a little bit of maintenance, making sure I'm race day ready, and giving it my best foot forward. So that was a couple days, week out from my Ironman. Really looking forward to this. Pumped about the training, the process. It's been a great ride, but next week's the big week, so appreciate you tuning in, and we'll catch you in the next one.